Well, good morning. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your business. And that's true no matter where I'm at. As you can see, I'm finally back at my Ohio house. Excited to be with you today. We're going to talk a little bit about why prospects believe they don't really need a realtor. Now, whether you want to agree with this or not, we've seen through countless numbers of audio recordings from phone calls that they just don't really want a realtor anymore. That's a big problem for us is they believe they can do all the research themselves. They can certainly run a search on their own. They can pull all the comps. They can see what school district it is. They can do virtually everything they need to. Now, unfortunately, they always write a lower offer if they're trying to do it themselves. But what that means is they're okay on negotiation as well. So my question to you is, why should they use you instead of using nobody or utilizing the listing agent? Now, it's real easy for us to throw some things out there that make sense to us, like I can negotiate in your best interest. You need somebody on your side, right? I listened to a recording the other day, and it sounds a lot like my trainings that I've had. I heard a prospect the other day said, well, if two of your kids are fighting, which one do you represent? You can actually do what's in the best interest of both parties, right? Which is true. So I want you to think about this as a real estate agent. Why should they go with you in lieu of all other options? Or don't forget, doing nothing at all, like literally not using anyone, going on their own or utilizing that listing agent. So a couple of things you're not allowed to say, because the question was, why should I use you instead of someone else? Which is to say, what do you offer that someone else doesn't? You instantly have to throw out, I care about your business. Everybody says that. That's how I knew you were going to say it. I grew up in the area. I've lived here 35 years and I know it like the back of my hand. Everybody else says that. That's why I said it, because I knew you said it. I'm a really strong negotiator. I can fill in the blanks in the contract better than anybody. I'm a strong negotiator that way, and I'll represent your best interest the way I fill in the blanks on the purchase. You're not allowed to say that because I knew you were going to say it. That's why I've mentioned it here. I'll weight things in your best interest. Every single agent is going to say that. So what's the point of generating leads if all of those leads are going to be wasted by you saying the same rhetoric that all of the other 5 realtors or 20 realtors that have talked to them have said? So when you look at it from their side of the perspective here, doesn't make sense. That's a salesperson trying to get me to use them so they get a commission. I don't really see a benefit in utilizing one person. Actually, I think it would hurt me to use one person, because what if I miss out on something? What if I can find something or another realtor can find something? I'm not going to get married to a realtor right now. I'd rather date around. If I'm dating 4, 5, 6 realtors, there's a better chance of me getting what I'm actually looking for. So this is the mindset that is a big, big problem. And as I'm preparing for our monstrous training that we're doing here this coming Thursday on conversion, how you convert leads, this is a big problem. You're calling up or emailing or otherwise contacting clients and assuming that they would have any interest whatsoever in working exclusively with a realtor, working with you, all of the great benefits that you offer, but you keep seeing that nobody really wants that, right? Most of the clients that you get are from sphere of influence, past clients, referral, the people that are going with you for a different reason, not because of who you are, but because of who knows you or a relationship that was already there. There is no unique reason to use this person. So I want you to really kind of think through that over the next couple of days here. Why should they? First of all, why should they use a realtor at all? Which is our topic here of the morning meeting. Why should they use an agent at all? Is there really a benefit to that? Most people don't have a good answer. And I'm telling you, if you get a good answer, you're going to win. You will win every single time, because there truly is a reason to use a realtor. There truly is a reason to have someone on your side. but it's not the same thing that 1.2 million other realtors are saying. They're all saying exactly the same thing. And obviously it's falling on deaf ears. Nobody wants that. So as you start presenting yourself on your lead, on the conversions that you're doing with all the leads that you're generating here, I want you to present it a little bit differently. We're going to be talking about it on the Inner Circle coaching call this week because we're doing that master class on conversion. You're going to be shocked when you realize how deep we're getting with getting into that prospect's mind so that we can get them mentally and emotionally engaged in working with you and working exclusively with you. That's our goal, is to get them to avoid all of the other people out there and work with you exclusively. So we're going to be covering that. But throughout the next couple of days, as that date approaches and I'm preparing all of this information for you, I want you to really think through, if you throw out all that rhetoric that everybody else says that makes sense to you, but you have demonstrated by design that it doesn't work, that buyers and sellers don't want it, why should they use a realtor at all? And then what makes you better than that other realtor? If everyone says exactly the same thing, they're all exactly the same. Make sense? So what we're going to be doing as we're working on this conversion approach is we're actually going to be improving your offer, improving the sales pitch that you put out to people. So they say, wow, how do you do that? Oh my gosh, that's definitely something I want. Heck, I didn't even know I needed that. That's the kind of responses you want to get. And there's a good chance if you're going about it the typical way, you're not getting that kind of response at all. It's very rare you would hear anything like that. So what I want to do is walk you through that mental mindset that a prospect has when, first of all, getting a call from a salesperson or an email or a mailer or whatever it is, that threshold they have to go through, that threshold they have to pass in order to even contact a salesperson, knowing that how that makes them feel inside, but then giving them that warm welcome that they need and knowing, oh my gosh, this was a good decision for me. I see they can provide tremendous value for me. And more importantly, value that I can't get anywhere else. That is your goal in conversion. We're going to be talking about it in this masterclass. I can't cover it in a 5 to 10 minute video here, but over that hour and a half to 2 hours where I'm showing you examples, what to do, what to say. Here's the emails that are working. Here's the scripts that are working. Here's the conversion question that gets them to reply to you. So you can turn that monologue into a dialogue. It goes back and forth. How do you build value? How do you build exclusivity so they'll want to work with you and nobody else? That's what conversion is about. So we're going to be covering it on Thursday's Inner Circle call. If you happen to be watching this at a later time, of course, it will be available on the members' website. You can just go into the recordings there and watch that conversion training. But again, there's another option out there for you. It's to keep doing what you've been doing. Keep saying what you've been saying in an effort to try and get someone to work with you, and then just blame it on them. Just say they weren't motivated. They weren't serious. That person was a joke. They're not in a big hurry. They said they're going to wait 2 years. They said their brother is a realtor. They said they're already working with someone else. All the stuff that everybody says, and then they go buy a house without you because you took that blow off, right? Imagine the guy at the grocery store. They start having a greeter at the grocery store, and the greeter says, "Hi, can I help you find anything?" I say, "Oh, nope, I'm just looking." Now imagine at the end of the day, the manager asked him, "How many people came through the door today?" 271. Okay, how many were you able to help with their needs? None. All of them said they were just looking. Well, a couple problems with that. Number one, nobody goes to the freaking grocery store to look. Number two, we sold 260 of them something. Only 11 of them walked out. So they weren't just look. They had carts full of stuff. They weren't just casually looking and said, "Oh, look at this. Maybe I'll buy this." No, they had hundreds of items, at least dozens of items. Now, I want you to look at the difference in the threshold when it comes to real estate leads. With real estate leads, they're not just walking in and you say, "Hi, can I help you?" "No, I'm just looking. I'm not in a big hurry. We're going to buy in 2 years. I already know a realtor." They're not doing that. They're literally giving you their name, email, address, and phone number to a stranger on the internet to get information, and then they blow you off. That's a much higher threshold to cross than just walking into a store. They're literally so motivated, they're filling in their contact information to get what they're looking for. They are not just looking. There's a lot of people. You get on Zillow sometimes and look, and you are literally just looking, which means you're not filling in information. If you're filling in information, you're ready. But a realtor goes with that blow off because they're doing a bad job at conversion, and they don't have a real reason for, first of all, that prospect to use an agent, and secondly, to use you. So we're going to cover that. I want you to kind of think through that yourself. What do you offer that no one else does? Not allowed to say any of the things that I included there, or anything that you believe that most agents would say. You know, I'm with a top selling company. We're the most biggest company. We're the luxury company. We have referrals all over all the stuff that all agents say. You're not allowed to use that. And I want you to grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write down all the reasons they should use you, but then say it out loud and see if you think that the prospect would be as interested in it as you are. Okay, so college degree, sold 5,000 homes, all that stuff that you would write down. Would a prospect really say, oh my gosh, I gotta go with you? So we're going to be covering that whole mental mindset as we go through that training. I'll walk you through step by step exactly how to do it. We're going to get you closing more houses. I'm back at it today, just getting mentally back going here. Many of you know I've been having some major problems with my dog, Honey. Trying to work on that right now. That's all I want to say about it right now, but it's not good. And it's been a tough 10 days or so. So getting back at it here today, and we've got an awesome week ahead of us. So hopefully you're going to get a lot of value out of this. We're going to get you selling a lot more houses, feeling really good about where you're going in 2023, and ultimately make sure we keep building that retirement account for you. So with that in mind, I will talk to you tomorrow, and we'll see you soon. I'm Greg Luther, and bye-bye for now.